Hello everyone and welcome back to MMA Lad. In today's news, Sean Strickland breaks his silence on the Eric controversy and fight camp struggles.
Alright, you guys keep tagging me about this whole Eric thing, and goddamn it, because I like Eric. He's a friend of mine, and he's going to continue to be a friend of mine. Will he probably be in my corner? Probably not. We have so many great guys at Extreme, Nate, Race FO. We have so many savages that I would love to corner me. But, you know, man, that entire fight camp was just a struggle. Like, it was a struggle. And, guys, we all have excuses as to why we didn't win or why we won and we shouldn't have won. We all can have excuses, and they don't matter. The only reason why I'm making this video is because Eric had to go do a podcast and become an influencer. So now I gotta, like, alright, kind of explain myself. Opportunity. And not just with fighting. Opportunity never comes when it's supposed to. It doesn't matter what the circumstances, what the situation is. You will never wake up and say, no, today is the perfect day for opportunity. It will come at the worst time. It will come at the worst time. And how many times it comes and you raise your hand and you say, you know what, like, I'm fucking ready. A lot of times you fail. A lot of the times you fail. But a lot of times you don't fail. And it's like, you must say yes. This is not an excuse, but that entire camp was just a struggle of I'm good. I'm good. Knowing you're not good. I was in Colombia like 8 weeks out, 7 weeks out, and getting stem cells on a broken bone. Again, bone healed fine, not an excuse. It just kind of weighs in the back of your head. I was training with that Ritter guy, that submission guy, and he hit me with a whizzer. It was already broken. And I thought my arm snapped. He's like, I gotta go to Colombia, like, this is fucked. But all camp, this is just in the back of your head, and like, you just keep telling yourself, I'm fucking good. And I think this is involvement, dude. I love fighting. I'm going back to the gym, I'm working my ass off, and I'm starting from fucking square one. And that's just kind of how life is, dude. Like, you'll always get a step back, where you're like, alright, well, I gotta start over again, and you have a choice. You either sack up and you do it, or you fucking quit. And I'm gonna sack up and do it. And you know what, you guys, I broke my nose like 3 times in that round, and every single time I didn't quit. I didn't go sit on the stool and say, hey, my nose is broken, I can't fight. I adjusted every time. And I thought, you know, maybe I'll get lucky, maybe I won't. But at the end of the day, dude, we all have a story, and no one gives a. I'm grateful for my life. I love my job. I love my fans. I support you guys just as much as you support me. Back in the gym, sack up and on to the next.
What do you think of this fallout? Let us know by leaving a comment. And before we continue, be sure to leave a like on this video. Thanks in advance. Cormier and Sonnen defend Strickland against backlash. Amidst of everyone criticizing Sean Strickland, these two UFC legendas have acted contrary by coming out in his defense. Here is what they had to say about the Strickland situation after loss at UFC 312.
Strickland, if he said, my nose is broken, this dude's better, I don't want to fight anymore, would you have treated him any better? He had no choice, guys. Lay off of it. The dude got beat. Don't make it, he didn't want to get beat.
I feel like people are equating his trash talk to Chael's trash talk, right? And it just...
Chael, did you feel like that? Like, you feel when you lost after talking trash, did people pile on you? Or did you just not care?
They are, Sean.
No, it's the weirdest thing, bro.
I'm pretty good at blowing it off, but I have been very surprised because it's just not what I saw. I saw a really hard fight with 2 really good guys. One of them was better at it. We pack up and go home.
Colby Covington wants to move to WWE. Speaking of moving on, Colby Covington is already thinking about his next move, and trust me, it's nothing you would imagine. Well, in a shocking turn of events, Colby is now joining WWE. Yes, you heard me right.
The time to go to the WWE. I would say probably like 2 years. I want to start really working on my in-ring wrestling and, you know, my crowd-pleasing ability in the next year or 2. And, you know, maybe I'll go up to Orlando and go to the WWE training center, but I want to really start perfecting my craft in the WWE and the wrestling moves, and hopefully I can make a transition in the next year.
This is pretty cool. This is going to be the 20th season of The Ultimate Fighter, so this is really cool history. Forrest Griffin was the first original Ultimate Fighter, so he's going to be on this season coaching a little bit.
Interesting move for Colby. Given his persona, he'd fit right in. What do you think? Is this a right move? Ariel Helwani open to squashing beef with Dana White. Here's a twist. Ariel Helwani says he'd be open to burying the hatchet with Dana White.
one day, I say this a million times, and I'm making a very long story short, so I'm sorry for going long. Despite all the differences, and there's much more that happened that I don't need to get into here, if Dana White called me up now and said, come to Vegas and let's bury the hatchet, I think I would have many reasons to say, F you, no, I'm not interested, but I would say yes, I would be on a plane, and I would want nothing in return. I'm not looking to do that or interested in that to get interviews or scoops or access. I just believe you live life once, and I don't want any hate in my heart. I don't want any animosity. I think life is too short for that. And so I try to live that way, and I don't think that's happening anytime soon, and I'm at peace with that. But it is important for me to say that, like, in the early portions of my career, no one was better, no one was kinder to me than him. And I don't think I betrayed that. I think people around him convinced him that I betrayed that. And, that's just the way life goes sometimes.
Would you love to see these two putting aside their past differences? Anthony Smith calls out the Jackson podcast. Anthony Smith is calling out the Jackson podcast for how they handled Bryce Mitchell's appearance.
They didn't give him an opportunity to explain himself. Then don't bring him on. Don't bring him on and then censor what he's saying. Let him speak his truth. That's your responsibility to know that if you bring Bryce Mitchell on, he's about goddamn liable to say something crazy. But you don't get to get all over him when he's already down and censor what he's about to talk about, or if he wants to explain himself in a certain situation, dunk on him, and then you catch some heat for it and you pull the episode down. Say it with your fucking chest. Like, you bring fighters on, you shit on it. It happened to me. You brought me on, you're super cool to me. I had a good time. I love Rampage. He's my favorite fighter. I've said that for years. You've heard me say that 100 times. Rampage is my favorite fighter. You bring me on, I have an amazing time. And then, several months later, you're on there with Dillashaw making fun of me. That's what they do. That's their thing. And honestly, it's less Rampage. He's kind of just the funny ha-ha guy, and he just laughs around stuff.
Right.
They're just not great to fighters. They make fun of a lot of people. They did the same shit to Ian Gary when he was supposed to go on the show, and then they spent the show before that calling him a cuck. Whether you think Ian Gary's a cuck or not, you can't bring the motherfucker on the show the next episode after calling him a cuck and making fun of his family dynamic or him and his wife and his kid. This guy's got fucking kids. Then Ian gets on, social media and gets all pissed about it, and then they walk the shit back. I don't agree with it.
Do you agree with Anthony Smith on this? Let us know down in the comments. Rampage Jackson fires back at Smith. Rampage wasn't having it, and sure, it didn't take long for him to respond, saying,
We stayed away from the fighters because I'm different from y'all, and that's a problem right here, me being different from y'all. I saw this post that, what's his name, Anthony Smith did. I saw it this morning. It pissed me off. When TJ sat right motherfucking here and said that you would never be champion and said that you gave up, Bear and I had your back, and that's what we were saying. Lionheart with a fucking nickname like Lionheart, not Lionheart. And you took it as I was making fun of you, and Bear and I took making fun of you. Bear and I actually liked your jazz, but now you a motherfucking bitch. Cause at first I didn't say shit because I DM'd you. Cause I looked at it, I said, oh, okay, I can see how he could think that I was making fun of him too. So I DM'd you. And I fucking said to you in the DM, like, look here, bro, I wasn't making fun of you. Because I could have made fun of you. Motherfuckers make fun of, fighters, we make fun of each other. Yeah, I'm a comedian, pretending to be a motherfucker fighter. But the problem is, motherfucker, I really can fight. And I hope I don't see your motherfucker. I hope I come down when I see you, because motherfuckers like you get smacked, for real. Because you did some shit. You left me on red on your fucking DMs when I tried to explain to you I wasn't making fun of your bitch ass. Because I could have made fun of you when Khalil Roundtree pieced your motherfucking ass up, how you doing a chicken dance. But I can't make fun of shit like that, because my last motherfucking fight, I shit the bed. You need to quit cutting the gas off. And I'm telling you, man, this shit got me pissed out. Hey, this shit got me pissed out. Hey, I'm telling you, tell that Anthony Smith motherfucker. Call it motherfucker. Better keep my motherfucking name out of his mouth. I see his bitch ass, I'm gonna smack the fuck out of him. Keep my motherfucking name out of his motherfucking mouth. You tell that bitch.
It's on me. Listen, man, I'll be honest. The internet is the internet. I'm sorry for what you guys feel I did wrong, and I understand where I came off passionate, and I understand the concept of not giving someone a platform. Obviously, it came off completely Not what I was trying to do. What I wanted to try to do is have him on here and give him a platform to talk MMA and talk other things. That's why we still wanted him on the show. I didn't want to give him a platform to justify any situation or talk about that situation. He said he wanted to say sorry and talk about things that he maybe misunderstood.
You should let him say sorry, though.
Yeah, I know. I messed up. Listen, I'm not perfect, and 100% I deserve whatever comments I was getting. We didn't take down the video because I was getting bad comments. We took down the video because it was causing chaos on a platform that we had just spent 2 years building with really good energy. And honestly, you guys could call Bryce. Anybody could talk to Bryce, who's a fighter. Not only did I call him before and after the podcast, I called him before we took it down. I let him know what we were going to talk about. I also told him that he would be able to talk about other things. We had a really good conversation. We cut out a lot of other things out of the podcast that could have been misinterpreted. We didn't try to dunk on him. I came off wrong. I'm super understanding of where I messed up and what I could have.
With Strickland going back to the gym and the brewing beef between Anthony Smith and Rampage Jackson, what are your thoughts about this? Share your thoughts by leaving a comment down in the comments section. Now, if you enjoyed the updates, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe. Catch you in the next video.